I've spent this entire day trying to figure out a video to make. But the more I try to make a video, the more I realize my heart just hasn't been into it lately. So forgive me if I haven't been putting out material. And as for doing live streams, it's just life gets in the way. You understand, I work about 50 hours a week. And YouTube is not a career for me, it's a hobby. And there's a lot of things I would like to talk about, but let's be honest. When you are a black content creator who has under 1,000 subs, you really don't have any reach. You really don't have a reach. The only way people will see me and start switching onto my channel is if I start talking about Ski Sexy Red on the live stream. I'll start putting up videos to react to that, and they can see somebody just happen to click on a live thumbnail and you see a picture of her and I'm talking about her. It's like I don't want to have to react to so many things that I would not want to subject myself to in a regular just to get people's attention. But then some people like, that's how you play the game of YouTube. And I'm like, maybe it's not for me. And I take my hat off to anybody who can produce videos daily. Because I find it hard to manufacture anger, rage, and indifference for stuff that I'm put into the back burner because I have real life issues to deal with. My cousin lost his mother today. Yes, my uncle's eldest child, who's a year younger than me, lost his mother. And that made me realize just how together but apart some of us are, and how me, my siblings, and my mom are a bridgeway. And then there's other people, like other cousins of mine, who serve as bridgeways. But we need to just basically form a junction once again before we all punch our ticket to the upper room. We need that. We need that. And there's a lot of things going on with me right now. I'm not happy, people. And this isn't a nobody's checking me for me video. Somebody check on Kazama. This ain't that type of video. I'm not happy because I feel, despite everything I've done for myself, despite me managing to keep my head above water, I know it's not enough to have someone look my way. I'm a black American man. It's hard out here because you want to know who the black man's greatest enemy is when it comes to romance? Black women. The very, very, very thing we're trying to form a union. The very, very people we try to form a union with are our greatest adversaries. Not all of them. Not all of them. A lot of them do it out of just pure greed. Some of them weren't raised right. Just like a lot of these guys out here weren't raised right. Ironically, that's the type of man they want. And then they like to get on social media and play the victim as if this is how all black men are. So there's no middleman like me. I consider myself a middleman. I'm not poor. I'm not rich. But you have a woman who worked the same position as you, the same job as you, and say you're beneath her because she knows what you do for a living is the same as her and she wants somebody to take care of her. And I'm like, you got a teenager, you got 2 teenagers, and you want somebody to take care of you. So let me get this straight. Who's been taking care of your kids? You, right? What the you need me for that situation? This is what dating in your 40s has turned to? And you wonder why my mental state is the way it is. Every day I gotta listen to even my own, the women in my own family telling me what I need to do to get right. And then the girls will, well, not girls, the women will come. This is what black love has turned out to. And then these the same women who were trashing all of those Beckys with their college degrees and their diplomas from, and their degrees from college and their wedding rings on their finger. This is what we're dealing with today. We're dealing with that we have women who don't want to be married. Hell, some don't even want to cook and clean. For themselves. For themselves. Not if they're not doing it for themselves. Really? I can do for myself. I know that. I've been cooking since I was 12. I've been cooking for 34 years almost. And I've been doing all of stuff. I don't need a woman for that shit. And this is what they have deemed the reason why they don't want to be in a relationship with you. You don't put them in a financial situation to make them comfortable. They want to do absolute nothing. They either telling you you're not good enough or they're not happy. And I don't think enough black men talk about this, because if you talk about this, you are deemed a bitch. You know what? F it, I poke the bear. A lot of you don't have what it takes to be wives. The same way a lot of dudes aren't husband material. But isn't it funny? You guys want husband material after you've been ran through like a hot knife through butter. You have been easier to get poked than a carton of ice cream that was left out in the sun by a spoon. Dudes just fall right into that like the Gap. Remember the advertisement, fall into the Gap? Yeah. Dudes fell right into that easily. And after being cream pied a few times, now you have seen the light. After a dude took a couple pot shots in your eyes, you cleared out semen, you have seen the light, and you expect us to pick up the slack. It was something Obsidian used to say. You want us to be du jour, baby stepdads. You want us to be du jour stepdads. You want us to be community eunuchs. I've never seen so many people say that, you know what? Hey, I've had my fun. Now, a real man needs to step up to the plate. I'm like, so you're saying a real man would do that? So let me get this straight. You done told on yourself. A real man would take care of another man's kids. So you admit that you weren't with real men. But you want us to be the positivity in your kid's life without the blood relation. That's what I'm hearing right here. And I know I might upset some people. At this point, I don't give a shit. I'm well lived into my 40s. It. Because it's sad enough I'm dealing with women in my age range who are unaccountable for the shit that they have done to themselves. You know how much I have to hold myself back when I hear a lot of women come to me and blame men for their problems. Now, I bet if accountability was 100% across the board, things would be better. But I digress.